I did a little more shooting. The results from this weren't very good because there's only one tracker in the corner. I can't automatically detect these dots. That was a waste of time. I can take those off right now. It sounded good on paper, but it didn't actually make sense. What I think I need to do is have a marker in every corner of the glass. I'll make them smaller too, because I don't think they need to be this big for this application. I need to design and print 4 markers, maybe a frame around the glass, something like that. Then we can do some more shooting. For now, I'm gonna tear this all down. Here's some of the results from the image processing I was doing. Here we can see the raw photo. We will see that it detects the April tag, and then uses the April tag to undistort the image, and then it knows where the document crop region is from that, because I told it. And so we can see that'll work with any of these images. It flattens them out, but the results aren't perfect. If we look at this, this is not a perfect square, and this definitely is supposed to be a perfect square. I'm pretty sure that we aren't getting a perfect solve. Sure, it detects the April tag, but it's only in one corner, and the perspective transformation, right? You have a lot of error accumulate by the time you get to the far corner, so it just doesn't quite end up perfectly square. I think we just need to have April tags in, well, at least 2 corners, but we'll just put in all 4 corners. We'll make a little frame with April tags around. I've done some April tag generation. I've been vibe coding with Claude Code, having it figure out how to make April tags. It took it way too long, but I didn't have to think about it, and that's nice. Eventually, I got it to output for April tag stickers. I add the white margins because I think it looks clean and helps with the recognition on a black background. I pulled this is at 20 mil each. I can pull that at that scale into Silhouette Studio, where I traced it out because they were on an alpha. The next steps are to print this out and to connect to the machine to do some cutting. My printer is set up, so we can do that right now. Silhouette has these registration marks it adds, so you have to print through it to get those marks in the right spot, and then the cameras on the device will align it. I need to go put the right paper into my printer. Ooh, I don't know if my mic was on when I was recording earlier. That's very exciting. Anyways, I am getting my label maker because I am distracted on a side quest. We were getting sticker paper to print QR codes on. I was upset that I couldn't immediately tell where it was, so we're going to fix that. On the top is our printer paper. How do we like the size? That's good. I can always peel it off if I change my mind, and I might change my mind if there's multiple papers in a single slot and I need to have a smaller font size. Yeah, this next slot has shipping label paper, which is sort of sticker paper, but not quite shipping label paper. The wrapper for Silhouette tattoo paper. We have Silhouette tattoo paper as well, but we also have cardstock. Yeah, those are very different things. This back in here, this is Silhouette tattoo paper and t-shirt transfer paper and fabric transfer paper and transparent paper. So this is the miscellaneous paper and a piece of paper I should throw away. So let me start by writing misc paper and putting this back, and then depending on how everything else looks, that might change. Is this roll of tape irredeemable? Come on, you're like full. Don't tell me I destroyed it. I'm sure it's fixable. So this is the sticker paper bin. We have the printable vinyl sticker paper, glossy matte white sticker paper, this really cheap clear sticker paper, premium matte vinyl sticker paper. I don't know if I've used this before. I forgot I had it. That's perfect. Sticker paper. Yeah. For completeness, we have photo paper as this bottom slot, and we have, I don't own enough of these thingies in the bottomest slot. I might move this into the other room where I moved the printer. Yeah. I think that's the plan. So but there's not room, right? There's a whole series of events you have to do in a specific order. I'll put this stuff away. Side quest over. And now let's come on over here. Here is my printer. Here is our photogrammetry rig, which needs moved over. I'm gonna take this stuff into the other room. Oh, yeah, that's fine. Wait, this isn't paper. What's even under here? They give you 2 in a pack. We have a bunch of drawing stuff that is like art media and not printer media, so it doesn't belong here. Bring this here. This is the normal printer paper, so I'll put it back. Then I will grab the sticker paper. I'm choosing matte because you don't want reflections on fiducial markers. Grab a few sheets. We have a bunch, but no reason to overdo it. This is the top side. Now I will send the print. There's that printed. Now I need to go and get the paper cutter. However, that is a large project, actually. Well, not large necessarily, but here, I'll just bring you over. It's all covered in it, you'll see. I was storing all my camera stuff on the shelf for a little bit, but now we've cleared the shelf above it off, so this isn't too big of a deal. Eventually, I'll get Gridfinity printed for all my filters and things. I've been working on some of that. This part comes off, just sort of like loosely clips on. I kind of wish it was a little less loose, but it is what it is. This is an add-on you can buy that makes using this tray a lot easier. I see it's been collecting plenty of dust. We'll be fixing that today. Get that set up. I can get this loaded. This mat, when I turn it on, it's basically a static friction button, like if you like rub a balloon, which is very cute. That's how it holds paper down. Get this placed. And, it doesn't have to be hyper precise since it has the markers. And it has lots of wiggle room. Shove that in so it can engage. Power. I need to hit the Bluetooth button. Is it out of Bluetooth range? Bluetooth sucks so bad. Do I have to put this awkwardly closer? I have an outlet shortage problem right now. That's why everything's annoying and difficult. I don't have an extra super long USB handy. It's next to the computer now. In an awful position, but we'll see if we can get it to connect. I know the Bluetooth was super finicky before. There it is. Connect. It's checking the firmware. Firmware is up to date. New sticker paper. Cut. Yes. Autoplay. Do you want to mirror your design? No, it's not that kind of sticker. Continue. I'll get my outlets fixed soon, and then all this will be sorted. Feed it in. We can leave it open. I'll click continue. Oh, it's in guide mode, standard mode. Everything looks good. Send. I forgot to hit a button. I need to hit cancel. Nope. Stop. I saved it. Did you see what I forgot to do? Viewer? It's that button to turn the sticky thing on. It started sliding. Okay, now it goes. It scans the thingy, the marker in the top. Now it knows where the thing is. Oh, right, it's gonna look at this line and that line. And now it knows where stuff is. So just clean the blade, cutting the boxes. There's the last box, and it's done. It's so annoying because the actual cutting's super fast, but the setup always takes me forever because I don't have space to have it set up. Anyways, we have some stickers now. These are a little smaller than the old ones. Peel this off. I'm gonna pull the foam off the back of this for future me, because this is nice for photogrammetry. This is a tool I made for reality capture. Here's the first QR code, and that's good enough for me. Here's the second QR code. That looks good to me. Here's the third QR code. I flipped the glass around, and here is the last QR code. And with that, we should be able to get much better undistortion of our images. I think we're ready to do some more test shots. Here's a document. Do that. Turn our camera on. Hello, camera. Line that angle up. This angle won't work for a wider document. I'd have to adjust it a bit more, but since this is narrower, I can get away with that. I wish I knew where my remote shutter was. I could not find it the other day. It'll turn up eventually. There's a card. It's fun to have a few subjects because I can batch process. Now let's pull this instruction manual page in, which also looks like it's gonna work out. It'll scan every side of the instruction manual, so I have some more footage to work with. Well, More photos, more data, you know. It'd be nice to make a little thing to make this easier, like the book scanning rig. I could make something that could do both now that I think about it, but let's not worry about that right now. I also don't have my lighting all the way turned up. There's a lot of things wrong with this setup, but this is all just test photos. You might ask, if it's test photos, why bother doing more than a single test photo and then getting it working and then seeing? And I would say it's nice to have a couple different document sizes. And if it does turn out, then I can immediately go and play with some stuff to stitch pages together, because I know that's a thing I want to do. Scanning manuals is a big thing. For cropping the corners, when I scan on the inside, I scan the 2 inside pages, so scan the 2 outside pages. Keeping track of that is definitely going to be an exercise for, longer books. I may need a system. Get the reflection out. I'll hold it. I don't know. It was in the right spot before, but then things moved. There we go. It's because I keep having to touch it so much to hit the trigger. I think that's plenty of photos for what we're doing right now. No reason to go overboard. I got my images imported here, and I coded up a little more scripting. It went much faster and better than last time because we gave it much better data to work with. If we look at our debug, we can see tags are nice and accurately placed. It makes a nice square. If we look at these results, it crops in nicely. You don't see the tags. Everything's perfectly square. I wish I hadn't had any glare in there. That was just user error. I was being sloppy. Anyways, that's all looking quite nice. Hooray.